Hi, I'm Jared.
I'm Kate.
And this is Speaking Of, where the sarcasm is high and the expectations are low.
Speaking of sarcasm, I read an e-card today that said...
Oh, an e-card.
I can't
Drum roll!
It said if I was no longer able to use sarcasm, I would be left with interpretive dance as my only method of communication. Can you imagine?
That's okay. I saw a little button, and I should have got it. I still probably will. That says, I'm 145 pounds of bone and pale skin. Sarcasm is my only defense. And I need to get it.
That's pretty hilarious.
I need to have it, yes, and I'm going to put it on my bag and wear it with pride.
As you should.
Everywhere I go on my merce, my man purse bag, whatever.
Merce. Just, you know what, just call it a man bag and let's be done with it.
I like satchel better. I
Satchel
still like to
is
say
better.
satchel. This
Well,
is my satchel.
The best part is not that he says satchel, but that satchel is like a person. So the little
It
tape
is?
recorder is Vandy Camp. Yes,
Oh,
you're like,
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
bringing
yeah.
satchel with me like he's a pet.
This actually explains a lot. When I was in Florida, everyone would talk about satchel like that, and I would get looks. Because I didn't realize it was becoming second nature for me to refer
Yes.
to it as...
I understand the language. These foreigners, however,
Those unaccustomed to the language of Jared.
it's true.
Yes.
I'm fluent. So, that's what
Very much
happens
so.
after plenty years.
So, speaking of plenty years, hear me out on this. I had a fly that seems to have been with me for plenty of years. I don't know where it came from. I don't know how it got in my house.
I can't wait to find out how you know that it's been there for years.
It's huge. It was a mutant fly.
Did you cut it open and count the rings?
No, but I could have, and there would have been a lot.
Or wait, did he have like passport stamps?
He might as well.
Did he send
have had-
postcards? I'm just wondering. how you
All
can
of the
tell.
above. He was huge, and this is how else I know. So for a few nights now, I've been having these recurring dreams about a scooter that's going by, or I think a scooter's outside of my house. And last night, when I saw this thing, it occurred to me that there was no scooter.
It's just this
It's
fly.
just this huge fly. So, of course, at midnight, I declared unholy war. Unholy war. Unholy and unholy war. I had to bring out both guns.
Fight it double fisted.
It was, and the thing would not die. Magazines would not die. I finally had to take my flip-flop. And when I killed it,
Whoa, wait.
you want to talk about counting the rings?
The
Go
splatter
ahead.
rings.
I know.
I'm just trying to figure out how a magazine wouldn't kill it, but a flip flop would. What kind
The
of
magazine,
flip-flops
like,
are
I would
these?
hit it, and I had it, like, doubled up, and I would hit it, and I swear to God, the fly would, like, crouch and hide.
You do know that when you use a magazine, you're supposed to roll it. Newspaper.
I just said, play it back.
You said I folded it in half. Producer, did he not say I folded it in half?
Producer has no idea because he doesn't pay attention to a word we say.
I know, he just woke up, right? Like, really?
He
Jeez.
counts us down, turns on the camera, and takes a siesta. And
true.
that's how it goes. Anyway, I've decided I should have applied for that job that you said about the exterminator, because I could have been an exterminator.
Now that you're like, I have flip-flops and magazines.
And I've never had a fly squished like that. It was just not right at all.
Was there a crunch?
There was a crunch and a squish, and it was like parts were everywhere, and I didn't care
Parts is parts.
for it, and parts is parts. So yes, so
That's-
that's going to be my new job.
Oh my gosh.
I will come and swat your flies for you.
Well, speaking of jobs, it's a good thing that you are looking at that line of work. Although, I don't know, because something that I've seen recently, and I have provided a short video clip and a photo that producer will attach somewhere in this video.
We always like to pretend it's here,
And then
but
it
it'll
never
probably
is,
be
but
over
whatever.
here.
Anyway, we're driving down the street, and you know how... I'm not even able to get through this because it made me laugh so hard. So you know how they have the teenage kids, right? And they're on the street twirling the signs with their earbuds
Oh yeah,
in.
the sign
And
dancers.
some of them do like,
are really good.
they're
yeah.
really good and they do some cool tricks and stuff. Well, I hate to... So, okay, let me calm down here.
Good luck
So
with
we
that.
drive past and we see, out of the corner of my eye, I can see that there's this girl there with the sign and it's moving. And as we turn the corner, I notice that her hair is really, really blonde and really, really shiny. And so
Maybe she just uses like Dove or Head and Shoulders or something.
oh no! As we turn, I look back. It's a robot. It's like this mannequin.
Was that not what I was just gonna ask?
It's a mannequin, and so all she can do is like move the sign like this. And so then as I get out,
I like how it's like I was hypnotized there for a minute. I had to do it.
so then I get out of the car because I've got to take pictures, right? And then I notice, well, okay, so first of all, she's standing kind of tiptoed, and she's wearing these cute little ballet shoes, like, you know, the little
I've
slippers.
won too many quarts of oil or something.
Well, so she's got these cute little shoes on. She has no hands.
So how is she holding the sign?
She's got these stumps that are attached to the back of the sign.
It reminds me of Emily Amputee.
Oh, Emily Amputee!
That our good friend Angus Oblong wrote in his
Oh,
book
Oblong.
of Creepy Susie and some more tales of troubled children. I can't remember exactly.
Yes, poor
Check it out
Emily
at a
Amputee.
library near you.
That's right. I'd let you use my copy, but dear old Angus Oblong autographed it
That's
with some
right.
bad words. But it's pretty funny. We had it
So-
autographed at a certain event that you might be able to see behind
We
us.
do. No, I won't point it out. Oh,
Too late. It's
Right
somewhere
here.
over here, apparently.
on the bookshelf.
That wasn't awkward.
No, so speaking of signs, I drove by one, a mechanic, and I can't decide if it was a brilliant advertisement or what, but it said basically, and it's mechanic. Again, I just have to state that because it says, cars cost you money and make you fat. That's it! And so,
So-
I couldn't decide if it was the most honest thing I had ever seen.
Or are they trying to
Or-
get you to ride a bike or take
Yeah,
tracks?
but then I'm
Because
like, that puts him out of business.
speaking of things that make you fat.
We know a lot about that here. I'm talking about Honest to Pete.
Pete. Why is everybody so honest to Pete?
Because
Why?
Pete
Who
is an
cares?
honest guy.
Nobody even knows him. He's the one guy you could lie to. I'm just saying.
I do know Pete. He has a dragon.
Pete gets everything. He gets the honesty, he gets the dragon, he gets the sakes. He gets everything.
Get the sakes.
Okay, anyway,
Where are you
things that
going
make
with
people
this?
fat.
Things that make people fat.
So I
It'll
also
be the new song. Instead of things that make you go, things that make you fat.
Weird Al, we're calling for you. It's right up your alley.
Oh, honestly.
So anyway, I also saw like an e-card thing today.
Do you work?
Well, I do work. In fact, this was work related.
Yeah.
So Beverly and I are filling out these kind of mid-year evaluation forms. And I decided that my form needed a little bit of sprucing. Okay? So I decided to come up with, for each little category that we had to fill out, a nice quotation to go with it.
Nice.
And in search of these
Quotation.
quotations, I found a few interesting things. Speaking of this,
Speaking of quotations.
there was one that said, he said, I will no longer use air quotes if I, and then there were parentheses and he's doing this, and it said, control freak, can use brackets. Anyway, that's what was good. That's what I'll tell you. The real one that I wanted to tell you it was a sign
real
that said,
one.
the problem is obesity runs in my family. And then it said, no. The problem is no one runs in your family.
That would be the problem.
And I was like,
Oh, wow.
I don't run. Crap. I'm in trouble. No one runs in your
Speaking of running,
At the mouth?
no, I want you to run right to your keyboard and like, favorite, share, comment, click, subscribe.
People
us.
don't run to keyboards.
Well, maybe if they did.
Your fingers can do the running instead of the walking now. Oh, speaking of this.
And here I thought I was trying to wrap it up.
Good luck. I just remembered, it just reminded me of my ninth grade gym teacher.
I think we've talked about that.
Run, run, leap. Run, run, leap.
That's how I learned to dance.
And that's why I don't.
All right, I'm Jared.
I'm sorry.
Until next time.